Hi everyone, this is Gayle, and this is the new product I was talking about that I got yesterday, and it's it's mica powders for nail art, but most of them look like this. And I believe this is like a chrome set, but you can't really tell the colors. So I wanted to show you what I do. I've done this before, but I want to show you what I do. I rolled out some white and some black on the number 3 setting of the pasta machine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these in half. I don't know, probably shouldn't try to do 2 at a time. I won't do a very good job. You know, you would think cutting something in half wouldn't be tough, but I seem to mess it up anyway. But I've got 9 colors, but I cut 10 circles in case I mess any up. But I'm just cutting these in half as best as I can. Now these are the micas that Allison Merritt was using on her video with the butterflies. I don't know if you've had a chance to look it up yet. I gave you her website, her Facebook page on my Friday Frolics, in the description of Friday Frolic, so I hope you saw that. And let me just cut all these in half. These aren't attached very well. And what I'm going to do is because you know mica powders look different on white than they do on black clay. And if it's an interference color, the interference colors definitely look different on white than they do on black. So what I'm going to do is match these up as soon as I cut one more. These also don't have any names on them, so I have no idea what color it is. Like I said, this is for nail art, and maybe they don't need to know the colors. I don't know, but there's no place anywhere that shows the color. So I think I'll use this tile since it's cleaner. Okay, then I'm going to take a black half and match it up to a white half. And I'm going to do it in the same order as these, because what I'm going to do after I do this is I'm going to bake these and glue them. Now that I think about it, I only needed to do 5 of each one, didn't I? Because I'm only using half. Duh. But I'm going to go ahead and put these on there. And after they're baked, I'm going to attach it to the top, or maybe to the bottom. Let me see how the bottom is. The bottom is sunken in, so I'll probably put it on the bottom, because it'll be protected. And that way I'll have a reference that I can look at as to what color it is and what it looks like. So this is interesting. I've always used micas that are designated for polymer clay. So I'm stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit. By using a different product, but you know, I think I need to do that. I was talking with another polymer artist this morning, the one that sent these to me, and she said I needed to add more items to my Amazon wish list. And I told her my problem was I've been working with polymer clay for so long that I really don't need a whole lot, except when I need clay, I need clay. And she challenged me to try some new products, and I got to thinking, you know, that's the best way to learn, is to do that. So let's find out what colors I've got. Now I'll come in a little bit because you don't really need to see the jars. There. So I'm going to try this one. And each one came with their own little, like an eyeshadow brush type thing. And let's see what color this one is. Probably get it enough off of the top. And let's see what we've got. Alright. This is like a white pearl. It's their chrome collection, so I guess it's like just a regular chrome. So I'm going to leave this on there. Keep that there because I don't want to mix colors. And if you're wondering about my little container, this is a craft organizer that I got at Dollar Tree and just took the top off of it. Let's see what this one looks like. This has got a little bit of a, it's clear, but it's got some gold. Oh, you can really see the gold there. See how much different it looks on white than it does on black? Okay, so this one is gold, and I never would have known that by looking at the powder. But these are in my influencer shop. I'll be glad to put the link in there if anybody is interested in them. But right now I need to find out if they will rub off after they're baked, because that's one problem we have with mica powders and polymer clay. And Perfect Pearls has a, I don't know if it's a resin or what, but there's something in the Perfect Pearls that bonds with the clay when you bake it. So it's not really, unless it's going to have a lot of rubbing and touching, you really don't need to seal that. Whereas Pearl X does not bond with the clay. It will stick to it, but it will rub off, and you need to put some kind of look at that one. This is a big surprise to me because I had no idea what colors these were. But the Pearl X, probably should be sealed with some, either a resin or a glaze or something, because they will rub off. So that's why I pretty much stuck with Pearl X, because, Perfect Pearls, because I knew it was a good one and it wouldn't rub off. It's sort of a purpley pink. And on the white, you can hardly see it. So I don't know how nail technicians use this with their nails. First off, I don't see how they can figure it out since they don't know what color it is. Whoops. But I have a project I want to show you. And this is definitely a purple. Now, would you know by looking at this powder that it was purple? But isn't that pretty? I may put them on the top, now that I think about it. Maybe it'd be better to look at it than to turn it over to look at it. It'd be easier to find. Those first few were real easy to pull the top off, and then they got hard. Curious to see what this color is. The others have been a surprise. Oh, that's a blue. I got it all over my table. Whoops. No, it's still the blue. I thought I'd touched it purple. But obviously these are mainly meant to be on dark colors. And let me wipe this up. I always keep alcohol here. But this way I won't get it mixed up with any of the other colors. Okay, so now this is really interesting. And I think when I originally looked them up, I think in the description of the set it tells you what colors you're getting. Okay, now that's a green. But this is the kind of thing I enjoy doing. I don't do it much, but I really enjoy getting something new and just trying it out. But these are called Born Pretty. And like I said, it's for nail art. You know, I think I'm going to get my needle tool. Where'd it go? Oh, I had it out. Haven't put it away yet. Be easier to get up under here since I don't have long fingernails. And see, so far all these have looked white, but when I brush them on the clay, okay, that's like a emerald green. These are just so pretty. And they're very, very fine. And that's what I was looking for, was a very fine mica powder. And I'll be doing another tutorial later, probably on a Monday, showing you a project using these. Oh, now this is interesting. This one is red. Don't have any trouble seeing that. Look at that color. But maybe this will show up on the white. Yeah, it does. Shows up on both, the black and the white. And one more, and then I can bake it and see. Wow. I can bake it and see how well it works. Oh, this looks like a copper. Yep, it sure is. Alright, so now I've got all of my little pieces of clay colored, and now I'm going to bake it. And because it's so thin, I may only bake it for 30 minutes. But there's the colors. Can't see much on the white. You can see a little bit of a glare on the white. That's about all that you see. But I will be back after these are baked. Just going to come out a little bit. They're out of the oven. And I'm sure they're baked to my tile. So I think I'm going to leave them on there before I take them off. And I'm going to take a Q-tip. And I would guess if anything is going to come off, it's going to be the red. And yeah, some of the red came off. None of the purple came off. So far these are not rubbing off, except for the red, which is expected. Red is a strange color. So the rest of these look like they did pretty good. Let's see the copper. Copper's kind of bright too. Yeah, a little bit of the copper came off. But not enough that I think it's going to be an issue. So I think these would probably be able, unless you're going to be rubbing on them, or if you're going to put them outside, then I might put some kind of a resin on top or some kind of glaze. But otherwise, I think they're fine. So I'm going to take some Weld Bond glue, my favorite glue for clay. And I'm going to put a dab hopefully. I hope I have some left. Oh, some of it got dried on the top. Okay, so I'll try this again. And I'm going to just do maybe 4 of them in case I run into some issues. So I'll take the first one, which is this one, and I'm going to glue that on top. And this is, whoops, I didn't mean to stick my finger in the glue. This is a paper tag, or maybe it's plastic. But this is a tag that's on top of the jar. So this should stick pretty well to it. But I think when you see what I'm going to do with these in my next video, you're going to want some. So when I squeezed that a little while ago, it felt like some of the stuck stuff came out. So it did. Still a little bit of the stuck gunk. Where'd my paper towel go? This doesn't usually do this, but it's been a while since I used it. So I'm going to go ahead and put these. See, it's more stuff coming out. It's like it probably hardened inside the cap. It's much better when you get rid of all that stuff. And it has a cap that if you push it and then wipe it off, and I did not wipe it off, you can see that if there's a little red orange thing that goes up inside. Sorry, I had to reach over. This little orange thing comes all the way up to the top, and it prevents it from getting clogged. So it's really an awesome glue. Plus it holds well. So I'm just going to put these, doesn't take long to stick them on here. But I'm real happy to test these and see what they look like. And I thought this could be a good tip video in case you run into a situation like this where you have something and you don't know what color it is or what it would look like when it's baked. So there you go. There's all my colors on black and white clay, so I'll know which ones to use. And I will be back, let's see, I'll be back, not this Monday, because this coming Monday is my quilt square. But the Monday after the second quilt square, I'll be using these in a project, and I think you'll love it. So have a great day, and I will be back with you soon. Bye-bye.